I don't care where you're from. That makes no difference to me, sir.
You don't want to.
No, I'm just trying to figure this all out. That's what I'm trying to do.
All right, leave it.
Yes, depending on where you're from, you know, you look at certain things differently. And
Sit down, please, sir.
just sit down.
Sit down.
I know.
Junior, sit down.
No,
bro.
you already slapped my hand. You're about to go into handcuffs. You understand me?
No.
That's what?
Nobody ever been there for my mom but me.
I understand that. But this doesn't help, bro.
I thought you was gonna arrest them, both of them, and I didn't want that.
On May 10th, 2023, officers responded to Orlando International Airport following a reported battery in the parking structure. What began as a routine investigation escalated when cultural expectations about policing collided with lawful authority.
Hey, fellas. So you guys have a seat over here in these chairs?
Level 1B reference to the 85.
I don't. I don't.
You can't get any water for him at all?
No, I'm more worried about looking at you guys. So there's obviously there's some allegations here that I'm trying to figure out.
I know.
So if you guys can have a seat while we figure this all out, that'd be great.
You want water, man?
No,
Bro.
Are you going to refuse water for him?
I don't have water on me. Do I look like? Do I have water?
Can you get a water for us?
No, I'm more worried about looking at you guys. Okay, because I'm just trying to figure out everything that happened. I'm not worried about water. What I'm worried about, does he need medical attention?
Yes.
He needs
Sit down.
water. He needs
Sit down,
water.
please.
Water.
Does he need medical attention?
He needs water.
Okay, I don't have water on me. I don't carry a water bottle around. Do you mind if I get your ID before you leave?
Fine, perfectly fine, bro.
You have a seat right there, please, sir.
All right. Send him off. You send him at the word.
Both of these.
Thank you. Okay.
Bro, let me tell you something.
Hang tight. I'm not your bro. I'm not your bro.
Can I tell you something? I'm not saying you're my bro, but it's how I talk. Can you come here?
No, I'm good right here.
I'm from Felony.
I don't care where you're from. That makes no difference to me, sir.
You don't want to.
No, I'm just trying to figure this all out. That's what I'm trying to do.
All right, leave it alone.
I've been trying to tell you that. Just hang tight. We can figure all this out.
Leave it alone. You're right.
Have a seat. Have a seat.
Right.
Have a seat. Have a seat.
You're right.
Hey, don't do that. Watch yourself. You're going to land your ass in jail. I understand that. My concern is more so figuring this all out.
For my ID.
No.
All right.
26 and 188, 97. So what happened?
Right.
Please.
So we were going down the elevator and the garage, and so there was a group of people. It was an older guy and a younger guy, and I think those are the main ones. The younger guy forced his way into the elevator as the doors were closed.
Which elevator?
In the first level, we take the elevator in the second level
from
and
the parking structure.
yeah.
Okay.
Down. And they were looking very intoxicated. The other guy was looking disoriented. And then when we got down, they were blocking the way. We excused ourselves through a corner there, and then as we walked around 20 to 30 steps out, the younger guy came and assaulted us. He punched my dad and like pushed him to the ground and punched me in the face. I don't really understand. I couldn't really understand what's happening. I couldn't understand the speech. It was really slurred. He looked really intoxicated.
Right. So when they were standing in front of the doors and you guys were behind them and you were just trying to get out and you're like, excuse me, trying to get out.
But the old man was the first and completely drunk. So excuse me, he protected me to pass. So but just like this.
The older guy, I don't know if he was blocking the way intentionally, but just I'll find it. If you just have like an ice bath.
That we bring everything for everybody.
Thank you. The older guy, he just looked like he was disoriented. He didn't know where he was, and he couldn't get out of the way. He was almost falling down.
Okay.
I excused myself, like excuse me. taking my mom by the arm because we were starting to get worried about the way they were acting. And when we were, a couple seconds after we got out of the elevator, the younger man came running to us,
Right.
and punched me in the face.
Where did
And saying, what is it? What is it?
What was he saying? What were they saying?
Something
It was
like,
really
what are you
hard
saying?
to. It was really hard to understand what they were saying.
Where did they? Where were you located when they punched you?
You know where those belts are?
Yep.
Around halfway through them. Not on the belts, outside, but
About halfway down.
Yeah.
That's pretty good ways away. So like here from that garbage can over there, you think? From the elevator? That garbage can that's right there in the middle over by the counter? See the gray one? Or about as far as those guys are?
Maybe farther than that.
Okay, yeah. All right. So here's my question to you. If we establish a crime occurred during this investigation, do you want to prosecute these guys and have them go to jail?
Then we would not like to.
Okay.
I have a ask for you.
Yes, sir.
In another case like this, if I react and punch back, I will have a problem.
No, you can defend yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he did nothing.
Okay.
The guy came, punched him, and did
Right, I know.
You're not familiar
No,
with the
you don't
laws.
have to let somebody just wail on you, you know, and just keep punching you. No. So you can defend yourself, but you have to be reasonable about that. So you defend yourself until you stop the attack and you can distance yourself or whatever.
Okay.
It doesn't mean you can go back and start pummeling the guy and ramming his head into the ground, and you know, it has to be something that's reasonable,
yeah.
given the circumstances. So, okay.
Gate assignment, having to wait for that. The inbound facility.
Come here. So, what happened?
So we were drinking a little bit earlier,
Okay.
and I believe these two guys were like, acting kind of like weird in a way. Don't know how to explain it personally, but they took it to a certain level of offense, and I guess depending on where you're from, you look at certain things differently. And
Sit down, please, sir.
just sit down.
Sit down.
Junior, sit down.
No,
bro.
you already slapped my hand. You're about to go into handcuffs. You understand me? No, you don't understand. That's battery on a law enforcement officer. Sit down. Conducting an investigation.
So, at the end of the day, I'm gonna just get to the point. So we were in the wrong. I feel like, that's my cousin, and that's my uncle, right? So they took certain things to a different level that it had, it didn't have to be taken to.
Okay.
And things got physical.
Okay, I'll get with you.
Things got physical, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay. I was supposed to leave today. How can I leave to Philly tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Well,
Or today?
Well, today
I was supposed to leave today.
they're probably not going to let you on the plane today
Why?
because you're highly intoxicated.
Okay. I respect that.
Yes.
1 second.
Okay.
I'm just telling you what the
And
airline
I
is probably going to tell
And
you.
I respect that.
Sure.
That's not nothing that I'm not denying.
Right.
How can I leave?
Well, as soon as we're done here, in just a minute,
Respect.
we're going to get you out of here. Okay, so we'll get you with your nephew here, who hopefully can get you someplace where you can sleep it off. You can get in a little better state of mind to where they'll let you on the plane, because they're not going to let you on the plane like you are now.
And I respect that.
No, I'm good with going. Roberto,
I know.
hands behind your back.
I'm supposed to do my right.
Put your hands behind your back. Let go of your arm.
All right.
There you go. Let go of that.
Stand here.
Babe, you got anything on you?
Nope.
Any weapons on you?
Good check.
Knives?
Nope.
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm about to be 20 next year.
Your dad lets you get intoxicated?
Nope. With my debit cards and everything else.
Your ID in here?
Yeah, right there.
I got his ID.
Oh, you got it?
You got it.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm about to be 20 next year.
Your dad lets you get intoxicated?
Nope. With my debit cards and everything else.
Your ID in here?
Yeah, right there.
I got his ID.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I
You
already
got
got
it.
his ID.
You can leave that with Dad, yeah? Is that your dad?
That's my cousin. That's my uncle. You know that right there? Uncle. That's my uncle.
So, let me see copies of the 1, 2, 16.
That's my uncle.
It's gonna be the A-Lib at the end.
Yeah, sit over there. And just lean up in the corner and you're straight. Alright? At least you got you something to lean your head against, alright? I'm gonna try to get this done as soon as possible. Alright?
Can I hear something?
What's up, man? I got you. I got you. Alright? Alright, we just gotta make better decisions next time. When you throw your hands up backwards like you did, yeah, you can. I'm doing an investigation, man.
I know. That's
That's what?
nobody ever been there for my mom but me.
I understand that, but this doesn't help. You know what I'm saying? Acting the way you did does not help.
I went to the Philly.
What does that make any sense?
Can I tell you something?
I don't understand how you being from Philly makes you put your pants on any different from how I put my pants on.
I know, but Philly's, the cops are different.
Like what? They don't fight back?
Way harder than what y'all do.
Okay, I didn't even come at you hard.
I know you did.
So what? You thought I was just gonna let that slide?
No, I thought you was coming more than my cousin and my uncle way more.
Still doesn't matter. Still doesn't matter, bro.
I thought you was gonna arrest them, both of them, and I didn't want that.
Even if you don't want it, if we have to do it, that we still got a job to do, right? I don't want to do this, but I still got to do it.
You're right.
All right.
I respect that.
Hang tight.
100%.
Let's examine the constitutional framework. Under Florida Statutes Section 784.03, battery occurs when a person intentionally touches or strikes another against their will. Officers arrive to find two groups, a tourist family reporting assault and two Pennsylvania residents appearing highly intoxicated. The officer's immediate request for subjects to be seated follows standard investigative procedure for scene control. Terry v. Ohio, decided in 1968, establishes that officers conducting lawful investigations may take reasonable steps to maintain safety. Notice the subject's repeated use of bro despite corrections. Officers are not required to accept familiar forms of address. The subject's claim "I'm from Pennsylvania" appears to justify behavior he believes acceptable in his home region. This reasoning has no legal merit. Laws apply uniformly, regardless of geographic origin or cultural background. The subject's refusal to remain seated, while not yet obstruction, demonstrates a pattern justifying the officer's heightened concern. Florida Statutes Section 784.07 treats battery on a law enforcement officer as a third-degree felony. The statute requires actual physical contact with an officer engaged in lawful duties. This carries up to 5 years imprisonment. When the subject strikes the officer's hand, he transforms from potential witness to felony arrestee instantly. The officer immediately identifies the violation and provides one final opportunity for compliance before arrest. The subject's admission that we were in the wrong and things got physical constitutes a voluntary statement. Miranda warnings are not required during general investigative questioning when the person is not yet in custody. His attempt to justify the assault based on cultural differences demonstrates fundamental misunderstanding of criminal law. Federal Aviation Administration regulations in 14 CFR, Section 121.575, prohibit airlines from boarding intoxicated passengers. The officer's statement about flight denial is legally accurate guidance, balancing enforcement with practical problem solving. Graham v. Connor, decided in 1989, establishes that force must be judged from a reasonable officer's perspective. The handcuffing force level is minimal, only that necessary to overcome passive resistance. The search following arrest is justified under United States v. Robinson as a lawful search incident to arrest. The subject's statement that Philadelphia police fight back way harder reveals expectations of aggressive policing. The officer correctly responds, "Being from Philadelphia does not change how laws apply or justify striking police. Professional de-escalation is not weakness." The officer's patience prevented this situation from becoming more dangerous. The officers receive a grade of B+ for strong de-escalation skills, legal knowledge, and tactical restraint. The primary officer made numerous attempts to calm the subject and showed remarkable patience before effecting arrest. Minor tactical improvements in earlier party separation might have prevented escalation, hence the deduction from an A grade. The younger male subject receives a grade of D- for a pattern of resistance, culminating in felony assault. From initial non-compliance through boundary violations to battery on the officer, each decision escalated his legal jeopardy. His geographic justification attempts showed fundamental misunderstanding that location creates different rules for criminal conduct. The only factor preventing a failing grade is his eventual acceptance of responsibility and stated protective motivation. The older intoxicated subject receives C- for public intoxication, creating the foundation for this incident. Florida statutes, Section 856.011, prohibits being intoxicated while endangering others' safety in public places. His condition prevented coherent statements, enabled his companion's aggression, and violated FAA boarding regulations. The tourist victims receive A- for exemplary cooperation, detailed statements, and composure despite being assaulted. They immediately sought law enforcement assistance, provided clear accounts, and maintained professionalism throughout. Key Lesson 1. Laws apply equally everywhere. Geographic origin provides no exception to criminal statutes. Key Lesson 2. Professional de-escalation by officers is strength, not weakness. Patience prevents dangerous escalation. Key Lesson 3. Compliance with lawful commands is mandatory. Resistance transforms manageable situations into arrests. Key Lesson 4. Cultural expectations about aggressive policing do not justify aggressive behavior toward police. Key Lesson 5. A split-second decision to strike an officer can result in 5 years imprisonment for felony battery. Key Lesson 6. Public intoxication at airports violates multiple regulations and creates cascading negative consequences. This case demonstrates how misunderstanding police authority and resisting lawful investigation escalates minor incidents into felonies. The 19-year-old subject now faces years in prison for actions that could have been avoided through simple compliance. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our second channel, Audit the Court, for even more content.